Okay, now this is a serious video because I've been wanting to do this ever since I started making these. So we're going to talk about my favorite top 10 best movies of all time. That is in my opinion. You're going to be like, what? That is on his list? That's an awful movie. In my opinion. I know some of you guys aren't going to agree with it. I don't agree with some people's. Just how it works, so I don't know. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we go with my top 10 best movies of all time. That is, again, in my opinion. Um, so the first one is Rock of Ages. Um, yeah, it's Rock of Ages. The reason that this is on there is because these songs are amazing. These actors have amazing voices. Tom Cruise even had a good voice. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he can sing? I didn't know. Julianne Hough, perfect. She was perfect for that role. Terrible actor, amazing singer, amazing dancer. It's a really, 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 really fun movie to watch. And the main reason that I put this on this list was because I couldn't think of any better ones. You know, any ones that would go on my 10 ranking. Of course, this is in order, from 10 to 1. 10 being the worst of the best and 1 being the best of the best. So, yeah, Rock of Ages is on the list because I had a lot of fun with it. I watched it over and over and over and over again. So, there's Rock of Ages. That's number 10. All right, number 9. You need to expect on my list that there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 Disney movies. So almost half the list is made up of Disney movies. I know that doesn't sound right, but Disney is just... I've been going through some rough times lately. Not really lately, but a while ago. And when I was just watching these Disney movies, I can't speak today either. I can never speak anymore. When I watch these Disney movies, it brings me back to my childhood when I was really, really young. And I was just watching and having fun with it. I loved that. That was one of my favorite times of my life. Is when I was carefree and watching Disney movies. And when I watch these, it just brings me back to that. And it's like, enjoy the movie for an hour and a half and then get back to your crappy life. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a crappy life. So therefore, number 9 is Aladdin. The one and only Aladdin, because Aladdin is amazing. Aladdin is the first Disney movie, in my opinion, that was created for boys and girls. The rest of the movies are really geared towards girls. Doesn't mean that they're bad at all. I love them. But they're more for girls, and they appeal to girls more than they do to me, or to boys, period. But that doesn't matter. Aladdin was fantastic. It was one of the highlights of the Disney Renaissance. Obviously, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, and Aladdin are the highlights of the Disney Renaissance, of course. And you got Robin Williams as the genie. That was one of the first main voice actors that played, or a really big actor that played in a Disney movie or an animated movie at all. And Aladdin had action, it had romance, it had amazing music. Alan Menken, Tom Rice, all the best people came and worked on this. You got great voice acting, great talent. It's all around just a fantastic movie. Number 8 is a movie written and directed by Steven Spielberg. I don't know if it was written. I'm just used to saying written and directed, so I'm going to say it was written and directed by Steven Spielberg. It came out in 1975. One of the best movies of all time, definitely, not just in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, and that's obviously Jaws. Jaws, everyone knows the story of Jaws. It made people fear the water for about, still now. People saw this movie in 1975 and they're like, holy crap, I don't want to go back in the water. And until this day, my entire family is like, did you see Jaws? Did you see Jaws? No, you're not going in the water. Jaws did scare me a lot. I didn't read the novel. I read the movie. Read the movie. I read the movie. I watched the movie, and it made me fear the water, um, fear everything that's in the water. I think that it made it more intense, and so does everyone, that it didn't actually show the shark that much until the end. And I always thought it was done for suspense, but I just learned that they only had that problem because there was a problem with the budget and the shark, and it kept breaking down and crap. So they could only show it very minimally until the end, and they showed it a lot, and it was still breaking down. They named it Bruce. Jaws is a fantastic movie that definitely everyone should see, and it will make everyone think to themselves, should I go to the beach or should I go to a movie? Go to the movie. So that's Jaws. So number 7 is another movie written and directed by Steven Spielberg. Once again, I don't know if it was written by him, like not even at all, but I do know that it was directed by him. And it's called Jurassic Park. Released in 1993. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic film. This is some of the best CGI I've ever seen, ever. I know they used animatronics most of the time, but they obviously enhanced it with CGI because 1993 is when they were starting to get good at it and perfect the CGI thing. So Jurassic Park was just one of those revolutionary movies that you go see and it changes your view on film. So when you go see Jurassic Park or you saw Jurassic Park, it just kind of made you think, wow, that was really, that's a piece of filmmaking right there. Um, Jurassic, Jurassic Park was my favorite movie of all time for so long as a kid. I don't know why I keep saying that. I am a kid. I'm only 14. But, I mean, when I was younger, when I watched that, I was just like, that is the best movie I've ever seen. Look at that T-Rex. He's T-Rex-ish. Jurassic Park. Yet another film written and directed by Steven Spielberg. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, or as I call it, E.T. Um, I say way too much. I'm going to stop that right now. I was just tempted to say it. E.T. is a fantastic film about an alien that comes from his planet that needs to get back to his planet. And so a kid helps him achieve his goal. Doesn't sound like it would make a very good movie, but it does. It really, really does. Spielberg said he dreamed this, and then he just turned it into a film, and one of his best quotes I've ever heard said, "You're not supposed to fall in love with your own film." But I fell in love with E.T. And I totally understand that. E.T. is the type of movie where you watch it and you're like, oh my god, I love this. And it's from what, 82? So it's from the 80s, and it's old, but that doesn't concern me in this situation because E.T. is my love. I love E.T. And at the end there, when he turns all gray and pale and stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, turn this off now or I'm going to start crying. That's what happens. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, and I know that everyone loves it, and it deserves to be on anyone's top 10 list. And if I just said again at all within this past minute, I want you to comment and say you say too much, okay? Comment right now. Right down below. You know how to comment. Just do it. Just do it. Because I know I say it too much. I just can't stop. It's like a habit. Like, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, that's E.T. Alright, so next we got another Disney movie called Beauty and the Beast. Everyone knows Beauty and the Beast. Everyone knows the story of Beauty and the Beast. I am not even going to go there. It's one of the best Disney movies to date. Yes, it's more geared towards girls than to guys, but what can I say? I am a sucker for this movie. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love all of Disney's masterpieces. Beauty and the Beast is definitely, I think, his crowning achievement. Either that or The Lion King. But they're definitely interchangeable. Beauty and the Beast is a definite must-see to any Disney fan or to any film fan or any animated film fan or any fan of film or TV shows whatsoever, because Beauty and the Beast is amazing. Or as Jeremy Johns would say, awesome-tacular. Alright, so now we have got another Disney film. I can't help it, okay? I mean, when I think of my favorite movies of all time, Disney just pops up in my head. Because some of my favorite movies of all time, as I said and as I'm doing right now, you can just understand that Disney is awesome. So the next one is The Little Mermaid, starring Jodie Benson. You know, everyone knows the story of that too, so I'm not going to go there either. It's almost, I mean, this is wrong. I should have had Beauty and the Beast after The Little Mermaid, because Beauty and the Beast is better. That's a mistake on my part. Just do the flip-flopping in your head. I'm not going to change it because I'm too lazy. The Little Mermaid is a great film, though. Fantastic music, Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, Part of Your World, all those awesome songs. You got Sebastian the Crab, Flounder, King Triton, Ursula. What's not to love about them? They're like freaking amazing. And it's just a really good movie. Ugh, would I love to put this higher? You have no idea, but it just has to go there because there's two movies that just stand out a little bit over it. Last Disney movie on the list, I promise, it's The Lion King. The Lion King comes in at number 3 just because there's two more, live action movies always has to come before animated, but two live action movies that, they're better. I love The Lion King though. Definitely my favorite Disney movie of all time. My third favorite film of all time, period. It's when you watch The Lion King, you think so many things about the characters. The character development is amazing, as you may know. Like, you get to hate the characters, you get to love certain characters, you love the characters you're supposed to love, and you hate the characters you're supposed to hate. That's kudos to Disney. Good job. Number 2 is a film that was released last Christmas, December 25th of 2013. I will never forget it. I saw it on AMC 84th Street 6 in New York, New York, in the reclining theater. Love that place. And the movie is The Wolf of Wall Street, directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill and the amazingly hot Margot Robbie. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's just like a supermodel on so many different levels. But The Wolf of Wall Street has a perfect mix between drama and comedy. And comedy, it's so funny. And it's so provocative. It's like you can't even believe that this movie's rated R. When you watch it, it's like, oh my god, this should be rated NC-17. I am not taking my kid to see this with me. But my mom took me to see it with her. Got a little awkward. Also, my 10-year-old cousin, his mom let him see it. Pretty smart choice, eh? The Wolf of Wall. I was going to say The Lion King. My brain is frazzled right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So if I say one more time, I'm telling you, you need to comment right now. Right now. So, I'm going to make sure I don't say it again. No more The Lion King, see? The Wolf of Wall Street is Martin Scorsese's best film by far. And it usually would be my favorite film of all time. But, there's one more that's just there, and it's just better. We're finally at number 1. My favorite film of all time is obviously The Titanic. Also stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet. First time I ever saw boobs in a movie, which was revolutionary for me at the time. Titanic is just so good on so many levels. The romance part, the disaster, the way that James Cameron depicted the actual event, it's like just so realistic and just so amazing. There's no movie on the face of the earth that won 11 Oscars like Titanic and is as good as Titanic. Because Titanic is and always will be the best film ever made. In my opinion. Way to ruin a party, right? Thanks so much for watching Bradley Weiss movie reviews and lots of other crap. Out. Bye bye.